This your boy Hustle Man, and you are tuned in to Hustle Vision episode 6. And today I will be talking about black media. And one of the reasons why is because I am black media. And reports came out that Nicki Minaj made a tweet about black media, and I guess it was a negative connotation of however she put it, like she would rather deal with white media because of what her and Wendy Williams going through. If you haven't heard, Nicki Minaj and Wendy Williams been going back and forth. I think mostly Nicki Minaj, because Wendy talked about her husband and his charges, and you know, so it kind of made her upset. So she said some things about black media. This the thing, right? Black media, I probably never really paid attention until I got in it, but black media really don't get the respect that they deserve. Black media has to work twice as hard as other media outlets because not only they're black, but they look at black media as clickbait media, world star type media. So when you go for an interview, like I talked to 21 Savage manager on IG not too long ago, he went live and I just randomly got on there and like, yo, what would I have to do to get an interview with Savage? And he was like, we really ain't doing interviews because everybody just want to ask about his legal problems and all that type of stuff. I'm like, yo, I didn't tell him this. I just went ahead and let it go. But most media outlets would aim for that. But I'm a real hip hop head. I want to talk about music. I want to talk about your album. I want to talk about your life outside of that. How you grow up, what you like to do, what you like to eat, what you do in the hood every day. You know, what's the last book you read? You know, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite color? Any damn thing other than the clickbait stuff. Because with me, even though you might look at my show, the Hustle Man show, we having fun, but it still got integrity. I don't want my show. I even had offers from clickbait sites to join on with them, and I didn't take the opportunities because I don't want to be a clickbait outlet. I don't want to be a shock jock or whatever they call it. I just love the entertainment business. I just want to have a conversation, because that's how I feel a lot of my interviews are, really a conversation more so than an interview. Sometimes interviews feel like interrogations, and that's why a lot of artists and entertainers don't like to do them, because it's almost like interrogation sometimes. You gotta have fun, man. But unfortunately, when you have integrity and you report on the positive things more so than the negative things, you won't get as many views and clicks. So the clickbait does work. You will have way more views, and when you get more views, you get more opportunities, and next thing you know, you're a Shade Room, you're a Baller Alert, you're on that Entertainment Tonight level, you're on that TMZ level. Entertainment Tonight might not be so bad. They usually stick to good stuff, but they talk about it all. But still, the negative stuff gets way more looks. So how do you get to be a major media outlet without always talking about the negative things? I don't know. But the entertainers, I give it to me because I'm not a super large media outlet. So if you don't want to do an interview with me, I probably can't do a whole lot for your career. I got like 40-some thousand Instagram followers or whatever, which I think is pretty darn good for a country nigga from Valdosta. But the industry look at that like, nigga, you garbage. But somehow you got to get to that level. Maybe some of the artists and entertainers by doing interviews with black media outlets can help them get to that level where they don't have to be clickbait. I won't say, well, I'm trying to think of one that's not, but the good majority, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere, but the good majority of the black media outlets that are huge that I know do mainly post negative stuff. And that's what people want to see. So Wendy has always been that. When she was on the radio, and even when she got on her show, her hot topics are usually negative. 90% of her show, well, I won't even say negative. She's just reporting what happens. It just, usually the negative stuff is the most popular. I mean, who wants to hear about whatever celebrity's baby took her first steps? No, we want to hear who you beat up, who you shot, why you went to jail, who you sleeping with. You know, that's what people want to hear. So the only way to have integrity and interview these big artists like Nicki Minaj is for y'all to support other black media. So they don't have to get that. That's the only way black media usually get support. And then when they take off and get big, that's the only outlet big enough for you to go to. Wendy is, you know, Oprah was a good media outlet. She 90-something% of her shows were pretty positive. But you also seen her fan base also. So, but you have to support black media. That's the only way they can get to the level of these other media outlets. My bad, y'all. I just ate a big meal. But that's the only way they can get to those. That's the only way they can get to the magnitude of those big media outlets is you support them. But I've been to these events. Y'all skip past all them. In Atlanta, most of the media is black or Hispanic, mostly black. Y'all won't even if you from Atlanta, y'all won't even go to like the local stations and Fox 5 and CBS. Some of y'all will, but some of y'all like, I'm not, that's local. You go straight to the major, the Entertainment Tonight's and whatever the big media out. There's not a whole lot of entertainment outlets out there, but I've been on red carpets where you got all these black media outlets and y'all walk right past them. Y'all think white is better. It ain't right if it ain't white. So you choose to go to the white media outlets. You don't never know. Something I learned by being in the city, I've seen a lot of people come up and I've seen a lot of people go down. You don't never know who's going to be up next. If you have the time, I would do, even if it's quick, just say, hey, I got time for one question. Like Halle Berry did. They try to rush her past the black media. He's like, no, I want to do an interview with the sister. We need more of y'all to be like that, and Halle Berry is large. I'm pretty sure that interview actually went viral, so that probably was the best interview that she did that night because it went viral that she even did the interview. But it would be so dope if more entertainers, especially black entertainers, would support black media. Everybody ain't clickbait. Clickbait the only thing that gets big. So final thought, man. Nicki Minaj, instead of giving up on black media, how about go to other black media other than Wendy? We know you're big. We know you probably would never do an interview with a lower level media outlet, maybe even me. I don't want to put myself down, but you know, if you want to do an interview, here I go. But the only way black media can get big is by talking about the negative stuff. So when you go interview with a black media outlet, that's what they want to hear, because that's the only way black media gets attention, because black people mostly want to see negative stuff. Now, Wendy got a white fan base too, but her fan base was built on negativity. The white media outlets, they got sponsors. They gonna get support. So they don't have to say the most shocking things to get people to watch. They can talk about the newborn baby and the baby first steps and whose cat can run the fastest or whatever, because they're going to get the sponsors. So we have to support each other, man. There's so many big time black actors, but I've been on these red carpets and already see y'all walk right past black media, like black media is nothing to you. And you don't know black media are hungry. They gonna push it. These people, I've been on red carpets, don't even know Fat Joe from Rick Ross. You got the little cheat sheets that you look at, and I had a white guy, a journalist, to tap me in. Who's that? Is that Fat Joe? Like, no, that's Rick Ross, dog. Oh, okay, appreciate it, man. They don't even know about the culture. They don't know nothing. They just getting paid to hold the camera and ask some questions. Get somebody that's about the culture, that really loves it, and help to build up black media. Trust me, it's some media outlets with integrity out there, but you also want to get a check. So since y'all don't support the clickbait sites and the clickbait blogs and the clickbait shows, that's what always go viral, and that's what goes #1, unfortunately. Me, I'd rather not eat than just be a clickbait site. And it's been a long, hard, slow road. So support black media, man. Holla.